So here we go, out on the C650 GT Highline, just for a little bit of a morning run, pretty much actually to test the helmet setup. So as some of you will know, those that are subscribers to the channel, I am very soon to be jumping on an aeroplane and going across to the other side of the planet. I'm going to jump off and get into Sydney, Australia. I have to say I've jumped through some considerable hoops to be able to get off and go over there. And the main objective really is to go over there and shoot some videos for you guys and put it all onto YouTube, and of course have a little bit of fun on the way. We're leaving here on the 30th of March and arriving into Sydney. I've got a couple of days in Sydney, and then I'm going off to a little town called Mudgee and spending a few nights there with a friend, and then we're off to traverse ourselves across Australia from east to west. For those of you who've probably seen the little short video that I put a little while ago about the trip, that is just about exactly the route that we're taking from Sydney to Perth. It is across Aboriginal lands, and it is going to be taking us through various different spots. We're going to be doing some bush camping, and we are going to be staying in some pubs and some hotels along the way, so we're not completely slumming it. Some of the things I'm looking forward to is spending some time in the bush and being able to look up at the stars and having an absolutely clear sky. I'm not sure exactly that is going to show on camera, but I'm sure there'll be some stock footage somewhere on YouTube that I can rip off and show you exactly what I'm seeing. But it's going to be a trip of a lifetime, and I say it has actually been in the plan since 2018. I think we started talking about it, probably even before that. I went over to Australia in 2010, but you don't need my life story, so I'm not going to tell you any of that. I'm basically going to say that we started the planning in 2018. 2019 we were getting serious about it, and I was starting to get the YouTube channel going and put a few things up there. I started with a review of a bike thing where I bought some lights from. That was just kind of my idea to get into YouTube. And then I've done a few walks around bikes and few bits and pieces. Take a look at some of the stuff that I've done on the channel. Not 100% exciting, but it was always put together to be able to do this trip across the other side of the planet. And that is now, with the little bit of break that COVID gave us, is now coming to its conclusion. Now, I don't know what it's going to be. You're seeing this video before I have left, or you're seeing this video whilst I'm away, because I will be going out there with lots of memory cards and a new application. I'm going to be using an application on an iPad called LumaFusion, and hopefully I will be taking some of the footage from the day-to-day stuff. I'm going to try and make it as fun as possible. If you have ever been on YouTube and you have watched any of Ed March's videos with his C90 adventures, if you have not done that, I would urge you to go across and go and see him. He makes some amazing footage, does some amazing trips and travel, and it's really fun to watch. And also you've got Itchy Boots, who's doing her travel as well. I can't tell you it's going to be as informative as maybe some of the Itchy Boots videos, because she has a method in the same way as some of the other guys on YouTube. There's an algorithm, no doubt, to their videos, and I'm not quite sure what my algorithm is going to be yet, but we'll find out when we get back. So it's going to be a series of those videos of the trials and tribulations, the falls and the spills. Of course, you know, I'm not the first person in the world to have ever done this, and there are plenty of people in Australia that are doing it all the time, but it's my big adventure, and it's my big adventure because I always wanted to do something. You know, quite sadly, I would like to have something to look back on to say I did that, and this might just be the start of many other trips, and I mean serious trips, those ones that are done without the massive film crews. There's three of us that are doing it. We're all on DRZ 400Es. Don't let that turn you off. Obviously it's not going to be on a BMW GS because in fairness I think the BMW GS is just that little bit too heavy to take across deserts and stuff like that. I know it's been done, and I know there's some great people out there that are capable of doing it, but I don't think that's me. Maybe that's something I'll work up to. But anyway, DRZ 400E, I'm sure there'll be plenty of arguments out there with better bikes to do it on. But ultimately they are the bikes that are available at the moment, and they're out there, so they are the ones that we are going to be playing on. I believe that the main issue is weight and what you carry, and you hear that in a lot of adventurers videos about don't take stuff you don't need, and I'm going to try my best not to take stuff I don't need, and I'm sure whatever I'm packing, I'm going to leave most of it behind, although all I've got at the moment is motorbike gear, which I have showed in a channel episode when I first got going. So there you go, that is kind of what is going to be going on. I would like to feel that you guys would like and subscribe if you're seeing this video. Maybe share it with some of your friends. I am more interested, honestly, than anything else in your comments and in what you've got to say and how you can help and support. I've got a map share, so you'll be able to see where I am whilst I'm doing the trip. That won't necessarily be played out in the videos, obviously, because the videos are going to come afterwards after they've been edited, and but you will be able to see, if you're seeing this video, you should be able to log on to the map share information that you see, so when I'm out there you'll be able to track me and see where I am at any one moment in time, if you're interested, of course. If not, then that's fine, it's there for me, and I'll be leaving breadcrumbs across a little in-reach map to uploading my location to the satellite. So there you go, today was just a little trip out on the BMW C650 GT Highline, just to give it a bit of a run really, and see if I can get some petrol before it ends up being too expensive. But we are now in the town of Olney. I like this place, it's got a good coffee shop. It's got quite a good few coffee shops anyway. So there is the update. Stay in touch please folks. I'd be really massively interested with if you've done any trips before, any advice you've got, things that I shouldn't take, things that I should take, things that I might want to watch out for, and obviously anybody that's been to Australia and done stuff, that is probably the most important information. I'm going with a couple of Aussies, so I don't have any fears of them not knowing what the hell to do or what to do in emergency or who to contact, because they've got all the knowledge and skills to do this. And I believe, well, certainly one of them has done the trip before, and I think the other guy has too, but I'll introduce those in the first videos. Thank you very much for taking the time to have a little bit of listen to me waffling on, and please like, subscribe and stay with me, and let's grow the channel together, and it's all about having a bit of an experience. Thanks very much guys and girls, and anybody else in between.